Devils of the Ice Speedway circuit go for gold in the final of the World Championship.
Hello and welcome along to Gothenburg in Sweden, with the cameras of Screen Sport bringing you exclusive pictures of the most dangerous and spectacular sport in the world today. It's the staging of the 1990 World Individual Ice Racing Championship. It's fitting that this year the tournament comes to Gothenburg because the sport celebrates its silver jubilee. Yes, 25 years of ice racing. During that time, the Soviet Union riders have completely dominated the sport. In its 24-year history, they've provided 20 world champions. And then only outside of that, Czechoslovakia have had 2, and Sweden 2 as well, that being, of course, Erik Stenman from Sweden. But this year we've got riders from the Soviet Union, Sweden, Germany, Finland and Czechoslovakia taking part. Only one of those riders, after 2 days, will be crowned the 1990 World Individual World Champion. So then the scene is set as the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg hosts the final countdown in the 1990 World Individual Championship. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland, Bronislav Franc from Czechoslovakia to be making the final few adjustments to their bikes. The nerves beginning to settle. Somebody who knows all about them is Per-Olof Serenius S from Sweden, the veteran of ice racing, Mr. Ice Racing himself. The young man wishing to do very well in front of his home crowd, Sven-Erik Bjorklund, very, very good in Berlin in the semi-final. Sergey Ivanov, who done very well in the Aston semi-final, making last-minute adjustments to the leathers. And there he is, the old gold-toothed warrior, Sergei Kazakov from the Soviet Union. And the man there they've all got to be, the world champion that relinquishes his crown when heat number 1 gets underway, Nikolai Nischenko. Well, the rain is still tipping down here in Gothenburg, and that certainly won't dampen the enthusiasm of the crowd as they wait for heat number 1. So the riders now out onto the ice for this opening race. Stanislav Dyk, Czechoslovakia in the red helmet, gate number 1. Vladimir Suchov from the Soviet Union, blue, gate 2. Sergei Kazakov from the Soviet Union, white, gate 3. And Bronislav Franc from Czechoslovakia in the yellow helmet colour, going into gate number 4. So the 2 pre-meeting favourites of Suchov and Nischenko. And then there's a bunch of about 5 or 6 riders, Serenius and Bjorklund from Sweden, Hirvasoja from Finland, and Kazakov and Sergey Ivanov from the Soviet Union are just a little way behind them. So the start marshal calling him in for the first race here in Gothenburg, and he's happy. And the rate takes rise, and the world final gets underway as they race into the first turn, and it's Kazakov in first place, but we've lost the rider in blue, Vladimir Suchov it is. Let's take another look at what happens. Suchov drives in, Suchov just clips the back of his wheel just now, and away he goes. There is no stopping at that moment. Suchov knows he's gone. Kazakov also comes down, brings down Franc as well, and already one of the pre-meeting favourites is excluded. So 3 points have already out of the grasp of good old Vladimir Suchov. So Sergei Kazakov, thankfully okay to continue. Stanislav Dyk in red. The rider in blue, Suchov, excluded as the cause of the stoppage by the referee tonight, who's one of Britain's best referees, if not the best, Mr. Graham Brodie. Welcome along, Graham. Stanislav Dyk red, Sergei Kazakov white, and Bronislav Franc in yellow and black. Takes rise for the rerun and drops straight into the first turn, and Kazakov it is who gets there first. The battle to the 2 Czechs in second and third between Bronislav Franc and Stanislav Dyk. Dyk is riding in the championships with 16 stitches in his left foot and a broken rib. He run over his own foot in Assen, which is not the best thing to do when you prepare for a world final. But is Kazakov still in first place? Dyk now come through to take second over Bronislav Franc. But Kazakov setting the pace in heat number 1. The rain still coming down in buckets in Gothenburg. not really what they want here. They wanted a good crowd to come here and watch this World Final, but I'm sure it won't dampen their enthusiasm for the sport's most spectacular and dangerous sport is to reach the pinnacle of the 1990 ice racing series. Kazakov still in first place, Dyk second, Kazakov SU wins, Dyk in second place, and Bronislav Franc back in third. So heat number 2, Harald Baumann in red, Helmut Weber blue, Michael Lang in white, and Stefan Svensson in yellow and black. So 3 Germans and 1 lone Swede in the yellow helmet colour. Well, Michael Lang was very, very impressive, you may recall, in our Aston semi-final. So we'll have to wait to see if that old Bayer motor can keep him going and get him amongst the points as early as heat number 2. Starship Marshal's happy. Green lights on and away they drive. And it is Svensson who gets to the first bend in first place. Svensson's there. Baumann, Weber together with Lang on the outside. Lang now comes round the outside of Weber. So Lang is through to third place now. He's going to try and make up some ground on Harald Baumann still. Svensson in first place. Oh my word, they're getting very close out there. Svensson in first place, Baumann second, Lang third. And you can throw a blanket over them as they swipe into the next turn. Svensson just holding on, but now Lang coming up on the outside of Baumann. They certainly can't get much closer. Svensson still. Baumann in second place, Baumann comes up along. Oh my word, Bauman's down. Bauman's now and eclipsed the straw bales. And Harald Baumann, who come through, of course, the difficult rounds in this competition, through via Berlin, is thankfully all right. Let's take another look exactly what happened. Baumann, oh my word, didn't actually touch anybody at that stage, but goes leaping into the air. Harald Baumann from Germany was challenging for first place on Stefan Svensson. Comes down on the machine. Luckily nobody hits him. Hits the straw protection bales, but is excluded from the restart of heat 2. So 3 riders only, Weber blue, Lang white, and Svensson yellow black, and away they roar in the restart of heat number 2, and Lang it is, who now makes a good start on Stefan Svensson. And Lang, you may recall, had to do all the work from the back in the first staging of this race, but he's now in first place at the moment. Svensson second, and Helmut Weber back in third place. So Lang really sweeping clear of these two at the moment. The battle is for second and third, with Svensson just holding on from Helmut Weber, but there's not a lot between them. Lang way in front, unaware. Now Weber mounting a challenge on Svensson. Weber coming up now underneath Svensson. It's getting very close, but Weber's done it. Weber's come from the back. Svensson's still in third place, but he's going to have to do something very spectacular to get back into second place. Michael Lang way in front of the pack. He comes round to the delights of the German crowd here in the Rudalen Stadium. It's 3 points for Michael Lang, 2 points for Helmut Weber, and 1 for Stefan Svensson. So good old Michael Lang from Germany starts heat number 2 with 3 points. Heat number 3, and in the red helmet colour is Sven-Erik Bjorklund, blue Per-Olof Serenius, white Jarmo Hirvasoja, and yellow and black Yuri Ivanov. This is heat number 3. The way they drive, and the first one to show is the rider in red, that is Bjorklund. Bjorklund in red, Serenius in blue, Cuddy underneath, Ivanov and Hirvasoja in third and fourth place respectively. Then all of a sudden Ivanov and Hirvasoja cutting underneath Bjorklund. Hirvasoja now comes through to second place, and now cutting underneath poses Serenius. So Hirvasoja has come, oh my word! It's Yuri Ivanov who clips Serenius' back wheel. Let's take another look at it as Yuri Ivanov in yellow gets very close to Serenius. At that point he touches the back wheel just as Suchov did in the opening race. There's nowhere for Ivanov to go or out to the straw bales, and the exclusion light is on for yellow-black Yuri Ivanov from the restart of heat number 3. So the restart of heat number 3 as Yuri Ivanov returns to the pits, thankfully okay from that tumble. So just 3 riders only. Sven-Erik Bjorklund in red, Per-Olof Serenius in blue, and Jarmo Hirvasoja in the white helmet colour. Well, Hirvasoja done all the hard work in the recent first staging of this event, coming from the back, 4th to 1st place. He may well have to do it as the takes rise in the restart of heat number 3. Hirvasoja gets a good start from gate 3 and is already in 1st place as they swoop round the 1st and 2nd turn. Hirvasoja 1st, Bjorklund 2nd. Oh my word, Serenius lifts, trying to come underneath of Bjorklund, but it's still Bjorklund at the moment. Serenius trying hard on the inside line. Hirvasoja 1st, Bjorklund 2nd, Serenius 3rd in that order. Now Serenius has come up underneath Bjorklund, so Serenius is through to 2nd place. Can he mount a challenge on Hirvasoja? Hirvasoja still on the outside. Serenius now comes up alongside Hirvasoja. Serenius has taken the lead. The blue helmet colour of Per-Olof Serenius as he's through to 1st place. Jarmo Hirvasoja in white will now have to come from the back. In 3rd place is Bjorklund. So it's all changed in the 2 stages of this race. Now Hirvasoja coming back on Serenius. Hirvasoja's back through to 1st place. My word, what a delight to watch these 2 in action. It's jump for Hirvasoja, who just gets to the checker flag in 1st place. Per-Olof Serenius makes him work hard for that win. And in 3rd place is Bjorklund. Hirvasoja gets 3 points, 2 to Serenius and 1 to Bjorklund, and they shake hands down the backstretch. A good race for ice racing. So heat number 4, and the first chance of seeing the previous world champion, Nischenko in red, Yakovlev blue, Sergey Ivanov in white, and Eskil Jonsson in yellow and black. Heat 4. And away they drive, and first one to show is red, Nikolai Nischenko, Igor Yakovlev 2nd, and it's Sergey Ivanov coming underneath Eskil Jonsson through to 3rd place. Well, not totally unexpected that the 3 Russians will be making the pace in heat number 4. And just remembering that Nikolai Nischenko, of course, has rode previously at the Rudalen Stadium in the quarter-final in 1988, where he broke the track record. 61.6 it stands at the moment. So Nikolai Nischenko in red in 1st place, Igor Yakovlev in 2nd place, and Sergey Ivanov in 3rd. So it's going to take a brave man to bet against Nikolai Nischenko being there or thereabouts at the end of this meeting. You've already seen Suchov drop 3 points and Yuri Ivanov, 2 of his fellow countrymen, with falls in the opening 3 heats of this World Final. We just wonder what this one's got in store for us over the course of the next 2 days. But it's Nikolai Nischenko in complete and utter ease in heat number 4. Nikolai Nischenko, number 15 on his back. He takes the 3 points. 2 points to Igor Yakovlev, his fellow countryman, and 1 point to Sergey Ivanov in white. So it's Nikolai Nischenko gets the 3 points as he wins heat number 4. So heat 5, Eskil Jonsson red, 2 on the top fresco, Stanislav Dyk blue, Harald Baumann white, and Jarmo Hirvasoja yellow and black. Heat 5. The start not go up very easy. Eskil Jonsson seemed to be left a little bit at the gate there, but they go away. There's Jarmo Hirvasoja in 1st place in yellow, Baumann 2nd in white, and Stanislav Dyk 3rd place in blue. So Jarmo Hirvasoja racing now, clear of the pack, out of trouble at the moment. Stanislav Dyk still in, now come through on 2nd place on Harald Baumann. So Stan the man doing the biz in heat number 5. But he's going to do a little bit more biz if he wants to try and catch up this guy, the one in yellow and black who's leading the pack at the moment. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland, Stanislav Dyk, of course, from Czechoslovakia, and Harald Baumann from Germany. Eskil Jonsson for Sweden, so it's a variety pack in heat number 5. Still it is the wary old Finn, Jarmo Hirvasoja, in the yellow and black helmet colour, sweeping round the outside of the bends in true familiar style. It's Jarmo Hirvasoja who takes the checker flag. He wins. 2nd place, Stanislav Dyk. 3rd place, Harald Baumann. So 2 unbeaten rides for Jarmo Hirvasoja, 6 points for him, as he's the winner of heat number 5. 2 points for Stanislav Dyk and 1 for Harald Baumann. So heat number 6, Igor Yakovlev red, Sven-Erik Bjorklund the blue, Vladimir Suchov in white, and Michael Lang in yellow and black. Heat number 6. Green lights on and away they drive. Let's see who it is who gets into that first turn in first place, and it's red, Igor Yakovlev, who's there. Michael Lang at the back at the moment. Blue is Bjorklund, and Suchov back in fourth place now is Lang, drives under the back. Lang takes it, oh my word! A terrible, terrible accident there. Michael Lang, let's take another look, has a complete another brainstorm. He takes Bjorklund out, takes out Igor Yakovlev. Look at Bjorklund's machine, just takes Suchov, and Suchov flies through the air. Oh my word, oh, now he's hit by his machine as well. Well, poor old Vladimir Suchov, one of the pre-meeting favourites, surely in some distress after that. Well, thankfully Sven-Erik Bjorklund is on his feet, and that's good to hear. Michael Lang, the exclusion light for yellow and black, but poor old Suchov, who was in fourth place at the time, he just had nowhere to go. His Bjorklund's machine completely took him out, and a sad sight to see his earliest heat, number 6, in this World Final. So the restart of heat number 6. We'll give you news on Suchov as soon as we hear from the pits here in Göteborg. But Michael Lang in yellow-black quite rightly excluded. Suchov not taking his place. It's reserve ride in white for Klatovsky from Czechoslovakia. Igor Yakovlev still in red, and Sven-Erik Bjorklund is in blue. The restaging of heat number 6. And away they go, and it is Yakovlev who gets a good start, and Bjorklund squeaks around Yakovlev. Well, Bjorklund was a little bit of discomfort after training, practice day on Friday, where he damaged some ribs where his bike reared on him. And of course he was involved with that first stage of heat number 6 when he was brought down by a brainstorm by Michael Lang, the German rider. So we'll just have to wait and see whether he can regain his composure and if he's going to be fully fit. So anyway, it's Bjorklund at the moment in first place, Yakovlev second. We've lost Klatovsky with engine failure, so this second staging of heat number 6 is turning out to be a match race between Bjorklund in blue and Yakovlev in red. Bjorklund still from Yakovlev, and surely Bjorklund is set for 3 points. 1 point in his first outing, so we'll put him on 4 after 2 outings. Bjorklund now sweeping around the turns with a good lead over Yakovlev. So it's Bjorklund who wins in blue helmet colour. In second place is Igor Yakovlev. So Sven-Erik Bjorklund gets 3 points, and Igor Yakovlev gets to 2. Bjorklund wins.
The world's closest racing, daredeviling at Daytona, crashes in the Carolinas. The entire 29-race Winston Cup Series, only on Screen Sport.
The former champions against the champions-elect. That could be the lineup at Central Park. Whatever the state of the championship, this is the grudge match of the year, with Martin Fire and Witness out to avenge their last-minute defeat at home in early February. Wigan versus Witness, Thursday the 29th of March on Screen Sport.
How do it all do it? How do they do it all? Won't somebody just...
You'll get a better idea about DIY when you fly down to do it all. A better idea how to coordinate colour, how to mix and match paint. Take away a free wallpaper sample to hold up at home. Choose fabrics in peace. Find all your accessories attractively displayed together. Do It All can supply you with everything, including the ideas.
You won't believe it till you do it. How do it all do it? Then you can bet you'll be doing it as well.
Morning. Morning. 5 for a hole, anyone? Who do you bank with? Gyro Bank.
Gyro Bank?
What? Well, I'll get £100 check, huh? Automatic overdraft. Cash dispensers all over the place. I can phone them up until 8 o'clock at night. And I get a whacking 9% interest on every pound in my current account. I think that could be a birdie.
Get a pen and paper ready. You can order the following product by phone. Introducing the Rock Box. 80 mega hits from the legends of rock and roll, including Chubby Checker and Bill Haley and the Comets. The Rock Box, the history of rock and roll. Available on 5 albums, 5 cassettes, or 4 compact discs. With Little Richard, the Coasters, the Drifters, Del Shannon, Lonnie Donegan, the Crystals, the Chiffons, and many, many more. 80 massive rock and roll grades on the Rock Box. Order your copy by phone now. The Rock Box comes with a no-risk money-back guarantee. Please allow 21 days for delivery. Get the Rock Box. Phone now.
Welcome back to the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg for day 1 of the World Individual Ice Racing Championship. Heat number 7 just about to commence. Serenius red, Nischenko blue, Helmut Weber white, and Sergei Kazakov in yellow and black. And this should be a real cracker. Heat number 7. And they drive from the start. Nischenko gets a good gate in gate 2, and so does Kazakov in yellow and black. And Serenius now cuts underneath both of them. It's Serenius from Sweden as the crowd goes crazy. But Nischenko regains the composure, drives around the outside of Serenius. He can't do it on that lap. Oh, my word, and very nearly comes down. Serenius still in first place. Nischenko second, Kazakov third. Kazakov now trying to come up the underside of Nischenko. It's getting very, very close out there. There Nischenko drives underneath Serenius. Number 59 is back in the blue helmet colour. Nischenko drives to the front, and at long last he can see daylight, but he's going to be very careful because Serenius has come back underneath it. Oh my word, the lead is changing hands so many times here. Nischenko in blue, Serenius in red, Sergei Kazakov back in yellow and black. And it's been all action in heat number 7. Nischenko sweeps round, then Kazakov comes underneath, Serenius to get there as well. Nischenko in blue wins. Second place on the line is Sergei Kazakov, and Serenius has to contend with just 1 point. Heat number 8, and Bronislav Franc rides in red, Stefan Svensson blue, Yuri Ivanov white, and Sergey Ivanov in yellow-black. Heat number 8. Drive from the start. Who's the first to show? It's a rider in white. That's Yuri Ivanov. Yuri Ivanov in white. Sergey, his brother, in yellow in second place. And third is Stefan Svensson in blue. Now the two Ivanovs battle out, and it's Sergey now who comes underneath his brother. So Sergey has forged his way to the front. Still, oh my word, Yuri Ivanov very nearly comes down. And through to second place comes Bronislav Franc, and through comes Stefan Svensson. But Yuri regains third place just. But my word, Ivanov very nearly come down. That's Yuri Ivanov, of course. Sergey is way, way in front at the moment. So Sergey Ivanov is in first place, Bronislav Franc second, Stefan Svensson third, and Yuri Ivanov back in fourth place. So number 16, Sergey Ivanov, who was very, very impressive in the Aston semi-final. Looking set for 3 points if he can stay out of trouble as they sweep round the final 2 turns. Sergey Ivanov who wins. Second place, Bronislav Franc. In third place is Stefan Svensson. So Sergey Ivanov from the Soviet Union gets 3 more points. He's on 4 points. He wins heat number 8. So there we see number 12, Yuri Ivanov, very nearly coming down. And Jarmo Hirvasoja's machine, Team Fintex. Flying 10 currently unbeaten along with Nikolai Nischenko. There they are, the leaderboard. Joint leaders on 6 points unbeaten, Jarmo Hirvasoja, Finland, and Nikolai Nischenko from the Soviet Union both on 6. Sergei Kazakov from the Soviet Union dropped 1 point on 5. And 4 riders on 4 points, Bjorklund, Sergey Ivanov, Yakovlev, and Stanislav Dyk. That's the scoreboard after all riders have had 2 out. So heat number 9, Michael Lang red, Sergey Ivanov blue, Stanislav Dyk white, and Per-Olof Serenius in yellow-black. Heat number 9. And away they drive from the start, and the first to show is Lang and Ivanov. Lang on the inside of Sergey Ivanov, Stanislav Dyk third, and Serenius back in fourth place at the moment. Serenius now through the second. Oh, he's got the second place. Come underneath Sergey Ivanov. Can he hold on? Lang in first place in the red helmet colour, unaware of the battle behind him between Serenius and Sergey Ivanov. But it's Serenius who's come through on Sergey Ivanov to get second place now. Can he mount a challenge on Michael Lang? Lang, of course, excluded from that crash in heat number 6. So desperately needs to get back amongst the points. Does Michael Lang? 3 first, I'm out. Exclusion second. And is he going to get 3 points from heat number 9? Still Lang first, Serenius second, Sergey Ivanov third, and Stanislav Dyk back in fourth place. Now it's Sergey Ivanov driving to the line, but just fails to get there. It's Michael Lang who wins. Serenius is in second place, and Sergey Ivanov back in third. So 3 points to Michael Lang from the Germany, 2 points to Serenius, and 1 for Sergey Ivanov. Heat 10, Yuri Ivanov red, Harald Baumann blue, Nikolai Nischenko white, and Robert Munnecom coming in the reserve place to replace the unfortunate Suchov in yellow-black. Away they go, and it's Nischenko in white who drives straight to the lead. I shouldn't think Nikolai will be too worried in this particular outing. Nischenko in first place. Second place is Robert Munnecom at the moment, which is a bit of a surprise, the reserve coming in. But Nikolai Nischenko sweeping around these turns at the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg. Still it is Robert Munnecom in second place, Yuri Ivanov in third place, and Harald Baumann fourth, which is a little bit of a surprise. Baumann being a bit disappointing so far here in this World Final. A long, long way clear is Nikolai Nischenko. The battle is for second place. Can Yuri Ivanov come through on the reserve Robert Munnecom, who's looking pretty good at the moment? My word, Nischenko looking very, very cool and collected. Nischenko sweeping around the turns. Nischenko still there. Nischenko round the final 2 turns of heat number 10. The shorty's set for 3 more points. Nischenko it is who's got there. He gets the 3 points, 2 for Yuri Ivanov and 1 for Robert Munnecom. But it's Nikolai Nischenko who collects the 3 points as he wins heat number 10. So heat number 11, and it's Stefan Svensson in red, Jarmo heat number 12, Eskil Jonsson in red, Bronislav Franc blue, Sven-Erik Bjorklund white, and Helmut Weber yellow and black. And the way they drive from the start, who's going to be first to show? It's white, Sven-Erik Bjorklund who gets there first. Second place is Bronislav Franc, Eskil Jonsson in third place, just holding out Helmut Weber, but Weber coming around the outside of Bronislav Franc. So Bjorklund, who was in that accident, you may recall, with Michael Lang earlier on, but at the moment looking pretty good in heat number 12. Bronislav Franc in second place. Coming through to get third place is Helmut Weber over Eskil Jonsson. But all eyes are on the front man. That's the white helmet colour of Sven-Erik Bjorklund. You may recall won the semi-final of these championships in Berlin in convincing style, and one of the dark horses for a Austrian place in this World Championship. So number 10 on his back, Sven-Erik Bjorklund from Sweden, clear of the pack. Second place is Bronislav Franc from Czechoslovakia. So Sven-Erik Bjorklund doing the work, doing the biz as he wins heat number 12. He gets the 3 points, 2 for Bronislav Franc in second place, and 1 for Helmut Weber, who gets the 1 point. But it's 3 points for the rider there in white, waving to the crowd, Sven-Erik Bjorklund, who wins heat number 12. So the scoreboard, all riders now having 3 outings and 2 unbeaten riders. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland and Nikolai Nischenko both on 9. 2 riders on 7, Sergei Kazakov from the Soviet Union and Sven-Erik Bjorklund from Sweden are on 7. 1 rider on 6, Michael Lang, and 3 on 5, Bronislav Franc, Sergey Ivanov and Per-Olof Serenius. That's the leaderboard after all riders about 3/18. So heat number 13, Helmut Weber in red, Yuri Ivanov blue, Igor Yakovlev white, and Stanislav Dyk in yellow and black. Heat 13. Away they drive from the start, and Yakovlev gets a good start from gate number 3. Second place is Yuri Ivanov, and Helmut Weber, Stanislav Dyk having a battle for third place at the moment. Weber cutting underneath Dyk, but it's Yakovlev who's setting the pace, and he's what a Wario contester is Igor Yakovlev. Never appeared in '89, but done some hairy movements in the Frankfurt quarter-final back in 1988. So Yakovlev in first place. Yuri Ivanov now coming under pressure from Helmut Weber. Weber now coming underneath Yuri Ivanov. Weber through to second place, to the delight of the German crowd. And there is a lot of German folk here who've made the trip to Gothenburg. So can he make any challenge on Yakovlev? Yakovlev is just holding on at the moment from Helmut Weber. This is where the battle comes. Weber do it. Yakovlev in white, Weber in red. It's going to be a race to the line. Weber going to take up the challenge. It's just Yakovlev who gets there. Yakovlev wins. Helmut Weber back in second place, and Yuri Ivanov is third. So 3 points to Yakovlev, 2 to Helmut Weber, and 1 to Yuri Ivanov in heat number 13.
Resultat av nummer 13 där segrade Igor Yakovlev. Yakovlev 3 poäng. 2 poäng Helmut Weber. 1 poäng.
So heat 14, Antonin Klatovsky, a reserve outing in red in place of Suchov. Eskil Jonsson blue, Stefan Svensson white, and Per-Olof Serenius in yellow-black. Heat 14. Away they drive, and the first to show is the rider in white, Stefan Svensson. Svensson in white, Eskil Jonsson blue, and Serenius. Serenius now overtakes Jonsson. So Serenius now trying to mount a challenge on Stefan Svensson. Svensson in white, Serenius in yellow, the two Swedes who got a lot of experience between them. Serenius now takes the lead, just over Svensson. Eskil Jonsson back in third place. So Serenius forces his way to the front of heat number 14. Svensson still in second place, Eskil Jonsson third, and Klatovsky back in fourth place. So Serenius, who's on 5 points after 3 outings, looking pretty set for 3 points if he can stay out of trouble and keep his fellow countrymen. Oh, but he lives terribly going down the straight. Serenius holding on, but can Stefan Svensson make up any ground? Serenius who just gets there. Serenius is who gets the 3 points. 2 to Stefan Svensson and 1 to Eskil Jonsson. So there we are, the 3 points to the Wario Per-Olof Serenius if he wins heat number 14, 2 to Stefan Svensson, and 1 point to Eskil Jonsson. The result of heat 14. There we see the riders in the pits just preparing to come out onto the ice. A familiar figure, number 12 in the background of Yuri Ivanov. Have a quick word with his brother, number 16, Sergey Ivanov, before he comes out for heat number 15. So the full lineup for this particular heat: Sergey Ivanov is in red, Sergei Kazakov blue, Sven-Erik Bjorklund white, and Harald Baumann is in yellow and black. This is heat number 15. 2 riders on 7, you see there, Kazakov and Bjorklund, and Sergey Ivanov on 5 points. So one would imagine that blue and white will be the ones to watch, but you can never underestimate Sergey Ivanov in the red helmet color. Sergeant Marshal happy, green lights on, and away they start for heat number 15. And the first one into the turn, sweeping round the outside, is Bjorklund, and Kazakov, and Sergey Ivanov back in third place in red, but Kazakov in blue, and Ivanov sweeps underneath Bjorklund. So it is Kazakov in blue, Ivanov in red, and Bjorklund in white. But there certainly is a lot between them. We've lost Harald Baumann with engine failure, but it's still blue, the helmet colour of Kazakov just at the moment. Ivanov in second place, now cutting underneath Kazakov. Ivanov cuts underneath him. Ivanov sweeps through the first place over the veteran Vario Ruski Kazakov. So Kazakov was caught with his trousers down and Ivanov was through like least lightning. So Ivanov is in first place, Kazakov second, and Bjorklund having to be content with third place, I think, in heat number 15. Ivanov it is. Kazakov slows up. But he is Sergey Ivanov in the red helmet colour who gets the 3 points. 2 to Sergei Kazakov in second place, and 1 to Bjorklund back in third. But a good win from the back for number 16 from the Soviet Union, Sergey Ivanov, who wins heat number 15. So heat 16, Jarmo Hirvasoja red, Michael Lang blue, Bronislav Franc white, and Nikolai Nischenko in yellow-black. And something has to give. 2 unbeaten riders, red and yellow. That's Hirvasoja red, Nischenko in yellow-black. And this is the battle of the 2 big boys. Hirvasoja is in first place at the moment. Hirvasoja first, Nischenko second. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland in red helmet colour. Nikolai Nischenko in yellow. Now trying to come round the outside. All eyes are on these first 2. We know that Lang is in third place, and Germany Nischenko comes underneath. Hirvasoja takes him out wide. Nischenko is through to first place. Hirvasoja now back in second in red. Lang third in blue. Hirvasoja now coming back on Nischenko. There's still a lot between them. Nischenko sweeping around the outside. Hirvasoja cuts on the inside. And Nischenko is back in first place. Hirvasoja is through. And Nischenko has got parts of the straw bale attached to his footrest. He got very on, very nearly comes down. But it's Hirvasoja who's in first place. Nischenko second, and oh my word, the crowd go absolutely crazy. It's Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland, beats the former world champion. Hirvasoja red, Nischenko in yellow-black. Let's see if they shake hands. They do indeed. They shake hands. My word, what a great race. So after heat 16, the scoreboard is follows. Jarmo Hirvasoja in first place on 12 points, unbeaten. Nikolai Nischenko second on 11 points. Third place, Kazakov on 9. And fourth place, jointly on 8 points, is Sven-Erik Bjorklund on 8, Sergey Ivanov on 8, and Per-Olof Serenius on 8, and 2 riders on 7, Lang and Igor Yakovlev.
Get a pen and paper ready. You can order the following product by phone. Introducing Heartbreaker, 80 everlasting love songs from Percy Sledge and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Heartbreaker, a stunning collection of timeless love songs on 5 albums, 5 cassettes or 4 compact discs, with Benny King, Roy Orbison, Pat Boone, Dean Martin, The Platters, Neil Sedaka, and many, many more.
Pretender.
Heartbreaker, 80 beautiful songs to cherish. Order your copy by phone now.
Darling, I love you.
Heartbreaker comes with a no-risk money-back guarantee. Please allow 21 days for delivery. Heartbreaker, order your copy by phone now.
Welcome back to the Rudolland Stadium for the final outings of day number 1 of this 1990 World Individual Ice Racing Championship. Heat 17, Stanislav Dyk red, Stefan Svensson blue, Nikolai Nischenko white, and Sven-Erik Bjorklund in yellow-black. Heat number 17. Away they drive from the start, and the first to show is Nischenko. Nischenko on the outside of all of a sudden Stefan Svensson drives underneath him. Stefan Svensson has done the biz for all the Scandinavians, but can he hold on to it? Nikolai Nischenko forges his way between them. Nischenko now and Stanislav Dyk also come through to join him. So Nischenko done the biz on the third and fourth turn and is now already taken the lead and got a little bit of breathing space over Stanislav Dyk. And Stefan Svensson back in third place. Bjorklund fourth. So Nischenko having to do the biz from the back. He failed to do it, of course, in heat number 16 against Jarmo Hirvasoja, but he's done it so far in heat number 17, and he's built up a very, very healthy lead. Second place, Stanislav Dyk. Third place is still the blue helmet colour of Stefan Svensson, but now all of a sudden Bjorklund putting a bit of pressure on Svensson. Dyk in second place now. Bjorklund comes through to third. The long way in front is Stanislav Dyk. So there are the end of the race, and Nischenko gets 3 points as he wins heat number 17. 2 points to Stanislav Dyk and 1 to Sven-Erik Bjorklund. So Nischenko ends this first day on 14 points as he wins heat number 17. Heat 18, Jarmo Hirvasoja red, still unbeaten. Robert Munnecom blue, a reserve ride in place of Suchov. Weber in white and Sergey Ivanov in yellow-black. Heat number 18. The green light's on, and away they drive from the start. And the red habit colour of Hirvasoja hits the first bend in first place. Sergey Ivanov in yellow-black is come up to join him. So it's Hirvasoja first, Sergey Ivanov second, Robert Munnecom third. Now Ivanov tries to go around the outside of Hirvasoja, can't do it. Now Ivanov, and with the rider in blue, Munnecom still making his presence felt out there as well, which is a bit of a surprise. But it's Jarmo Hirvasoja still in first place. Sergey Ivanov now getting closer by the yard. Sergey Ivanov sweeps round the inside, and has he got pace on him? It's Ivanov just from Jarmo Hirvasoja. No, Hirvasoja back. Hirvasoja still in first place. Sergey Ivanov second. Weber comes through to third place. Ivanov coming up to make the challenge. Oh, it's getting very close out there. Still it is Jarmo Hirvasoja. Sergey Ivanov now forcing his way through the first place. Ivanov is through. Ivanov through the first place. Hirvasoja is still second. And it's Sergey Ivanov who gets there in first place. Jarmo Hirvasoja drops his first point of the World Championship final. He's in second. And in third place was Helmut Weber. So there we are. It's Jarmo Hirvasoja who's dropped his first point in this World Championship to Sergey Ivanov. And Ivanov comes from the back, as we see here, over Hirvasoja, who makes the mistake on that turn, and through comes Ivanov with particular ease. He gets the 3 points, 2 to Hirvasoja and 1 to Helmut Weber. So heat number 19, Sergei Kazakov in red, Yuri Ivanov blue, Eskil Jonsson in white, and Michael Lang is in yellow and black. Heat number 19. Away they drive, and the first one to show is Sergei Kazakov, but sweeping around the outside is Michael Lang in yellow. Kazakov red, Michael Lang yellow, the two to watch. Neck and neck down the back straight. Kazakov just on the inside of Michael Lang. Still Kazakov. Lang in second place. Third is Yuri Ivanov, but a fair way back. Sergei Kazakov, the former double world champion, of course, and Lang, who was so very impressive in that semi-final in Assen. Bar for that engine failure, which cost him points, he could well have been pushing for a rostrum place. Kazakov in first place. Michael Lang second, still Ivanov in third, but a long way back. Eskil Jonsson tailed off in fourth place with one more lap to go. Kazakov driving down the back straight for the final time. Michael Lang now probably resigned himself to 2 points from this outing, his final outing of day one. It's Kazakov who comes up to take the checker flag. Kazakov wins. Second place is Michael Lang. Third place is Yuri Ivanov. So 3 points to Kazakov. Finishes on day one on 12 points as he wins heat number 19. 2 points for Michael Lang. He finishes on 9. And 1 for Yuri Ivanov. He finishes on a disappointing 4 points. But it's Kazakov who wins heat number 19. So heat number 20, the final outing of day number one. As the rain still comes down here in Gothenburg, but it certainly hasn't dampened the spirits of the 5,000 fans who have entered the poor weather. Antonin Klatovsky in red, Igor Yakovlev blue, Per-Olof Serenius white, and Bronislav Franc in yellow and black as they drive from the start. Yakovlev it is the first to show. Serenius in second place in white. Serenius coming underneath the roar of the crowd. Serenius in white takes the lead. Yakovlev is in second place. Bronislav Franc back in third place. But good old Poser is going to end up the day with another win. He's come good in the latter part of this meeting. He'll be kicking himself for dropping a vital race, a point in a run-off in the running in his second outing to Sergey Ivanov. But it's still Serenius in first place. Second place, Yakovlev still. Bronislav Franc third. Poser Serenius, Mr. Ice Racing himself, they call him here in Sweden, and who can doubt it, with the wheelies playing to the gallery here in Gothenburg. Serenius lifting stiff the back straight. He knows he's got a little bit of leeway over Yakovlev. Can't afford to make too many mistakes though, Poser. Serenius it is who takes the checker flag. Second place is Yakovlev. Third place, Bronislav Franc. So Poser ends up day one on 11 points. Igor Yakovlev, he finishes up day one on 9 points. And Bronislav Franc finishes up on 6. But Poser Serenius wins the final aging, heat number 20. So good scrap and a good day's racing here in the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg for day one of this World Championship. Two riders that dropped just one outing, and we wonder what surprises we've got in store for us. We've learned from the pits that poor old Vladimir Suchov has broken his leg in that terrible tumble in heat number 6, so bad luck on him. And of course Yuri Ivanov also dropping points with a fall, so it's put one or two of the Russians out of the contention. So Serenius and Jarmo Hirvasoja up amongst the pack. So there we are, Jarmo Hirvasoja. What does he think after one day's racing? Does he think he's going to have to take on all the Russians on day number 2? So Jarmo didn't go to the team final in Alma-Ata. Does he think that helped him prepare for this championship here in Gothenburg?
No, mä tykkäsin, että nyt niinku lyhyemmällä reitillä kerkeäs paremmin. Ja vähän tuo jää, oikein, se joutui niin paljon lyhyempää ajamaan eteenpäin. Saattaa olla vähän vaarallista. Mutta vähän niinku helpolla päästä.
So there we are, the words from Jarmo Hirvasoja, the joint leader, as we see the scoreboard there. Jarmo Hirvasoja, Finland, and Nikolai Nischenko both on 14 points. Third place, Sergei Kazakov on 12. Fourth place, joint fourth, Sergey Ivanov and Per-Olof Serenius on 11. And 3 riders on 9, Bjorklund, Michael Lang and Igor Yakovlev. Well, that's day one. The cameras of Screen Sport bringing you exclusive pictures. Join us again back to the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg for the climax of the 1990 World Individual Ice Racing Championship. Thankfully, the rain from Saturday evening has stopped, and the crowd settling now for the final 20 heats of this 1990 championship. And what a prospect it lies in store for us. There we see the scoreboard at the moment. 2 riders on 14 points, Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland and Nikolai Nischenko from the Soviet Union. In third place, the old veteran Wario Ruski, Sergei Kazakov from the Soviet Union on 12 points. Sergey Ivanov and Per-Olof Serenius both on 11, and 3 riders on 9, Sven-Erik Bjorklund, Michael Lang and Igor Yakovlev. So plenty to ride for still in this World Individual Ice Racing Final. So straight into action with heat number 21. Sergei Kazakov in red, Michael Lang blue, Stefan Svensson white and Sven-Erik Bjorklund in yellow-black. And day 2 gets underway. And straight away we lose a rider on the first turn, and the race has been stopped. The lights are on. It's Sven-Erik Bjorklund, who certainly hasn't had the best preparations for this World Final. He was injured in practice on Friday, and now he looks in a little bit of discomfort as he sits on the protected straw bales. Sven-Erik Bjorklund was one of the, well, pre-meeting favourites from Scandinavia to try and get on the rostrum this year. So the restart of heat number 21 with the exclusion of Sven-Erik Bjorklund in yellow-black. So just 3 riders, Kazakov red, Lang blue and Stefan Svensson in white. The restart of heat 21. First one to show straight away, no surprises, is Sergei Kazakov. Kazakov in red, Michael Lang in blue and Stefan Svensson in white. In that order as the spray from the water comes up. Now Lang coming up to full pressure, driving underneath Kazakov. Michael Lang from Germany is through to first place. Kazakov second. Svensson looking down at his machine. But Michael Lang, he needed just one moment, just one little slip by Kazakov and he was through. He certainly has been a tremendous character in 1990. One would have never put much money on him progressing past the semi-final stages, but he shocked a lot of us in Aston in Holland with some really superb ice racing. He's got just one more lap in heat number 21 to get 3 points to his name. Currently online, of course, after day 1, and 1 exclusion as well, so he could well have been at the top of the pack at the moment with the Nischenko and Hirvasoja but he gets to the checkered flag in first place. Michael Lang wins. In second place is Sergei Kazakov. Third is Stefan Svensson. So Michael Lang from Germany starts off with 3 points on day 2 as he wins the restart of heat number 21. So heat number 22, there in the yellow helmet, is one of the current leaders, Nikolai Nischenko, first appearance on day 2. The full lineup: Bronislav Franc red, Yuri Ivanov blue, Sergey Ivanov white, and Nikolai Nischenko in yellow and black. Starting marshal calling them in. We're just waiting for one rider to come in. Bronislav Franc from Czechoslovakia. Franc currently lying on 6 points. Starting marshal's now happy. Green lights on. And the tapes rise. And who's going to get into that first turn in third is Bronislav Franc. But just look who's coming around the outside. Nikolai, oh my word, they get very close there. Nischenko is all over the place. Lucky to stay on. But it's Sergey Ivanov who forces his way to the front over Bronislav Franc. And are we in for an upset as early as heat number 22? Sergey Ivanov first. Now Nischenko making his move on Bronislav Franc. Nischenko forges his way to the front in true character of a world champion. So Nischenko is now in first place, Sergey Ivanov second, Bronislav Franc third. And my word, what a tremendous ride by this Nikolai Nischenko. Looked as though he was going to fall down the back straight of the first lap. 1 lap to go in heat number 22, and then came bursting through on Bronislav Franc and Sergey Ivanov. And surely now looking set for 3 points. A courageous and determined ride by the Russian. It's Nischenko that wins. Second place is Sergey Ivanov. Third place, Bronislav Franc. So Nischenko starts with 3 points on day 2, goes on to 17, and it's fair to say he's looking very good, looking in a determined mood to retain that World Championship. Nischenko the winner of heat 22. So heat number 23, and the sad news is that Suchov, Vladimir Suchov, you may recall, was in that horrendous crash in heat 6 on day 1. Broke his leg in 3 places and is having surgery this morning to have it reset. We keep our fingers crossed he'll be back in 1991. Robert Munnecom in red, Stanislav Dyk blue, Igor Yakovlev white, and Eskil Jonsson in yellow and black. And straight away, it's the Russian Yakovlev, who was a bit of a surprise merchant, it's fair to say, on day 1. Ended up on 9 points, and he's leading the pack in heat number 23. Stanislav Dyk is in second place, Robert Munnecom is in third, and Eskil Jonsson, who certainly hasn't had good fortunes, it's fair to say, in this World Final. But if I know Eskil, he was just glad to get there from the Assen semi-final. So Yakovlev still leading the pack. Stan the man, who's still riding with that broken rib and 16 stitches in his foot. The one that he ran over himself in Assen. Sorry to have to laugh, but it's a funny old game, Saint. So Yakovlev's still leading. Stanislav Dyk second. Robert Munnecom third. We've lost Eskil Jonsson with engine problems. So can Yakovlev hold on? He's come under tremendous pressure now from Stan the man. Oh, and Stan the man in turn does the biz on Robert Munnecom. But it's Yakovlev who holds on. Stanislav Dyk gets second place. Robert Munnecom third. So 3 points to Igor Yakovlev from the Soviet Union as he wins heat 23. 2 points to Stanislav Dyk and 1 to Robert Munnecom. That's the result of heat number 23. As Eskil Jonsson pushes the machine back to the pits. So there in yellow and black, coming out for his first outing on day number 2, heat 24, is Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland, Jampa. So it's Harald Baumann in red, Helmut Weber blue, Per-Olof Serenius in white, and Jarmo Hirvasoja currently on 14 points in yellow and black. Serenius on 11. He's the serious contestant for Hirvasoja in this particular race, one would imagine. I have to say that Baumann was a little bit disappointing on day 1 here in Gothenburg. But you can never doubt Helmut Weber always brings 1 or 2 surprises, especially in World Championship events. Serenius, the last one to come into line. They're all now happy. The green light's on. And heat number 24 gets underway, and straight away it's Baumann and Serenius, but Hirvasoja drives round Baumann, but he's got Serenius now to deal with. It's Serenius in white, holding on to the lead. Now Hirvasoja managing a challenge around the outside. Still Serenius holding on, 1 lap gone. Hirvasoja, who led from the start on all of his races on day 1, is going to have to come from the back here, and he's done just that. He draws up level with Serenius. Can he got the legs down this turn? There's still a lot between them. 2 laps gone. Hirvasoja leads. Serenius in second place. Weber, oh my word, Serenius very nearly comes down and led, which has given the initiative to Hirvasoja. So Hirvasoja leads now with 1 more lap to go. Per-Olof Serenius is in second place and Helmut Weber third. So is Hirvasoja going to start day 2 with 3 more points? Hirvasoja around the final 2 to spend. It's Hirvasoja wins. Serenius second and Weber third. And the Finnish crowd cheering, the flags are waving, and they've got a lot to cheer about. As Jarmo Hirvasoja acknowledges the challenge from Serenius, 2 wary old competitors from Scandinavia. But it's Hirvasoja who gets the 3 points, who wins heat number 24. So there we see 2 little battles going on now for first and second place, and then third and fourth. Hirvasoja and Nischenko locked together on 17, Kazakov in third place on 14, 2 riders on 13, Sergey Ivanov and Per-Olof Serenius, and Michael Lang and Igor Yakovlev not far behind on 12 points. There's still plenty to ride for here in the Rhode Island Stadium in Gothenburg. Well, it's nice to see also Erik Gundersen, the former world Speedway champion, who's making a visit to Gothenburg. Erik, you may recall, was very badly injured in the World Team Final in Brad Pizzotto Stadium in September last year. It's certainly nice to see him walking again. Erik Gundersen, it's nice to see him. Heat number 25, and Hirvasoja back on the circuit in the red helmet colour this time. Sergei Kazakov in blue, Bronislav Franc in white, and Igor Yakovlev is in yellow-black. So the ice being regraded after each 4 races, which gives the riders breathing space. Hirvasoja needs that with 2 on the trot. Currently on 17 points, along with Nischenko. But he's got a fearsome character alongside him in blue who will do everything he can to beat Hirvasoja. That's, of course, Sergei Kazakov, double world champion, 2 times. Same as Yuri Ivanov, who's also in this field. But Yuri being a little bit disappointing. So the starting marshal happy. The green light's on and the tapes rise, and the way they drive from the start, and who's going to get to the first bend? It is Hirvasoja who's there. Kazakov second. Bronislav Franc third. Now Hirvasoja's going to have his work cut out to keep Sergei Kazakov at the back, because there's no doubt that all the Russians now will be out to help Nischenko. And Hirvasoja's not just taking on Nischenko, he's taking on the whole pack. But at the moment, he's got a substantial lead over Sergei Kazakov. Bronislav Franc back in third place. But Hirvasoja is well clear at the moment. Well, the sun has finally come out in Gothenburg, much to the delight of the crowd who've endured some very heavy rain on Saturday night and standing waiting for this meeting to get underway, but thankfully it stopped and the sun's come out. So Hirvasoja still from Bronislav Franc, who's forced his way past Sergei Kazakov, which is a bit of a surprise. But it's no doubt about the man who's got the checker flag inside and wins. It's Jarmo Hirvasoja. Second place is Bronislav Franc. Third place is Sergei Kazakov. That's the result of heat 25. So heat number 26, Helmut Weber red, Sergei Kazakov blue, Michael Lang white, and Antonin Klatovsky coming in to replace Suchov in yellow-black. Slight change there, you see that it's intact. Sergey Ivanov is in yellow-black and Klatovsky blue. So we've got the captions around the wrong way. So Klatovsky blue, Sergey Ivanov in yellow-black. The other 2, Helmut Weber is in red and Michael Lang in white. Heat number 26. Getting very anxious out there, especially Klatovsky in blue. Away they go this time. And who is it going to get in the first turn? It's very close. And now, oh my word, we've lost Helmut Weber onto the centre green. Weber just looked very happy with it. The red light is now on. We wait to see what happens. Let's just see if we can see anything from the camera position. The way they drive, the red light is on, so it's Weber that's been excluded. Is he complaining about Klatovsky cutting him across? Definitely white. Michael Lang there as well, but Klatovsky, well, it's one for Graham Brody to decide on, the match referee, and he's decided that Helmut Weber is to be excluded. Weber not very happy with that decision, but from the camera position we had, it was very difficult to see what happened, whether Klatovsky did in fact encroach on him, but Helmut Weber being a very, very naughty boy, because the decision, Helmut, has been made. Weber really not dicing with the lead at the moment. Weber on 7 points and really out of contention, so it's a little bit silly to cause this sort of fuss. Graham Brody was in the best position possible in the referee's box and decided that red was the primary cause of the stoppage, being led there on the edge of the ice circuit. And we're just got to wait and see whether Helmut now accepts that decision. The official's trying to tell him in broken Swedish. He's trying to explain to them that Klatovsky cut across him. I know exactly what he means, but Graham Brody, sorry, Helmut was in a much better position than any of the officials, and sadly you've been excluded from the restart of Heat 26. So 3 riders only. Weber excluded. So it's Klatovsky in blue, and Michael Lang in white, and Sergey Ivanov in yellow and black. The captions, I'm sorry, are around the wrong way, but it's Sergey Ivanov in yellow and black and Klatovsky in blue. Michael Lang sandwiched between the two. But the restart of Heat number 26. Away they drive, and it is the two competitors we expected. That's Michael Lang and Sergey Ivanov. Lang in white and Sergey Ivanov in yellow and black. So Michael Lang looking very, very impressive again on day 2. Already got 1 win under his belt, and now looking pretty good in Heat number 26. Sergey Ivanov is behind him. He certainly can't make a mistake. And Klatovsky is in 3rd place. Michael Lang on a Bayer motor from Germany, the one also being used by Sven-Erik Bjorklund, and they are very, very fast machines. Michael Lang being the revelation from Germany in 1990, and bar for that exclusion, and when he had a brainstorm in Heat number 6 on day 1, would well have been up in the pack in this final. But it's Michael Lang from Germany, from Sergey Ivanov from Russia, and Tony Klatovsky from Czechoslovakia. But Michael Lang, who comes up to take the checker flag. Michael Lang wins. 2nd place is Sergey Ivanov. 3rd place, Tony Klatovsky, Colombo himself. But Michael Lang gets the 3 points as he now moves on to 15 points. And well, we have to say it, apart from that brainstorm, he could have really been in the thick of things. 2 points for Sergey Ivanov and 1 for Tony Klatovsky. Michael Lang, the winner of the restart of Heat 26. Heat 27, Stanislav Dyk red, Harald Baumann blue, Yuri Ivanov white, and Stefan Svensson in yellow and black. And not a lot to race for the minor places in this one. Who's going to get to the first bend? It is Harald Baumann from Germany, who's been a little bit disappointed, I've already mentioned. Stan the man come up underneath him though. Stanislav Dyk now in 1st place, Harald Baumann 2nd. In 3rd place is Yuri Ivanov from Russia, who's been very disappointing. Ivanov now pulls up with engine problems, and well, we've also lost Stefan Svensson, so at the moment Ivanov now is started going again. Out of sight, but you may hear his engine just roaring in the background. But now Baumann putting on pressure on Stanislav Dyk. The youngster versus the old veteran, the wiry old Czech, Stanislav Dyk. Harald Baumann in 2nd place, 1 more lap to go. Yuri Ivanov is now restarted, but a long, long way back in 3rd place. You may have seen it there. But around the final 2 turns for these competitors, it's Stanislav Dyk who's going to get to the checker flag in 1st place. 2nd place is Harald Baumann. Providing he keeps going, Yuri Ivanov will get the solitary point. But Stanislav Dyk, he's the winner. He gets the 3 points. That now puts him on 11, as he's the winner of Heat number 27. So Heat number 28, there in the blue helmet colour, Nikolai Nischenko on 17 points. The full lineup: Sven-Erik Bjorklund in red, Nikolai Nischenko blue, Eskil Jonsson is in white, and Per-Olof Serenius in yellow and black as they drive from the start. Nischenko already there in the 1st turn. Serenius there with him as well. And can Serenius come underneath Nischenko? Serenius is there with Nischenko. A great scrap at the moment as they come up to complete one lap, but Nischenko just with the edge, but Serenius will do all he can to help out the fellow Scandinavian, Jarmo Hirvasoja. Nischenko is aware of the move that Serenius will make on him. Bjorklund back in third place, and Eskil Jonsson tailed off in fourth. But with 2 laps gone, Nischenko beginning to pull clear. He really has got some speed on him, Mr. Nischenko. Second place still is Poser, and Bjorklund back in third place. So with 1 more lap to go, it looks as though it could well be 3 more points for Nikolai Nischenko, who's certainly not going to relinquish that crown without a fight. We never expected you to do that, sir. But he comes round to take the checker flag. It's Nikolai Nischenko who wins. Per-Olof Serenius in second place. Sven-Erik Bjorklund back in third. So Nikolai Nischenko looks over his shoulder. He's the winner. He collects the 3 points as he wins heat number 28. 2 points to Per-Olof Serenius and 1 for Sven-Erik Bjorklund. But Nischenko wins heat 28.
Nikolai Nischenko tog en ny 3-poängare.
So there we see the scoreboard, all riders now having 7 outings, and look, very, very interesting battle indeed. The 2 leaders well clear of the pack. Jarmo Hirvasoja and Nikolai Nischenko both on 20. And then look at the riders, 4 of them on 15 for that third spot. Sergei Kazakov, Sergey Ivanov, Per-Olof Serenius and Michael Lang coming back into the reckoning. And there in 7th place is Igor Yakovlev on 14. So 2 separate battles, 1 for first and second, and the rest for that bronze medal. So heat number 29, there we see a good shot of the spikes which take part of the scenery here in ice racing. In heat number 29, it's Sergey Ivanov red, Serenius in blue, Kazakov white, and Stanislav Dyk in yellow and black. And straight away it is Sergey Ivanov and Kazakov who are there. But Serenius is going to cut underneath the pack of them, and he does indeed. Look at Serenius go! Drives underneath Sergey Ivanov and Sergei Kazakov and fights his way to the front. So Poser is done it the hard way from the back. But my word, over 2 of those Russians, it was remarkable how he achieved that feat. So Serenius is through the first place. Second place at the moment, it is Kazakov just from Ivanov. That's where the battle lies. Ivanov now fighting his way through. So it's Per-Olof Serenius in first place, Sergey Ivanov second, Sergei Kazakov third. The Poser Serenius, my word. Down the back straight for the final time, and it'll be a good win for him. Oh my word, just look at the battle out to race the line. It's just Serenius who holds on. Sergey Ivanov is in second place, and Sergei Kazakov is in third. But the race to the line, as we see again, Serenius there drifting out slightly wide. Ivanov cuts up underneath him. And it's a race to the line, but it's just Serenius who holds on to win heat 29. So welcome back to the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg, heat number 30, about to get underway. Eskil Jonsson red, Bronislav Franc blue, Harald Baumann white, and Michael Lang in yellow-black as they drive from the start. And it is Lang and Bronislav Franc dicing for the lead down the back straight. Just it is Bronislav Franc from Michael Lang. Awfully close out there with 1 lap go. Bronislav Franc really has had a good season on the ice from Czechoslovakia, of course, member of their World Team Cup squad. Holding on to the lead from Michael Lang. It would be a great scalp for him if he can continue to hold on. Still Franc. Lang now coming up to mount a challenge. Eskil Jonsson holding on to third place from Harald Baumann. Michael Lang, we wonder whether he's going to have one of his mad dashes at the inside, but at the moment it's a cool and collective Bronislav Franc with 1 lap to go in heat number 30. Lang, is he going to make one last effort? This will be the first point he dropped on day 2. But it doesn't look as though he's going to get 3 points here. As Bronislav Franc comes out the final turn. A race to line, and Franc wins quite easily. Second place for Michael Lang, and third place for Eskil Jonsson. So Bronislav Franc gets the 3 points as he wins heat number 30. 2 points to Michael Lang, and 1 point to Eskil Jonsson. Good shake of the hands as they go over the line down the back straight. So heat number 31, Nikolai Nischenko back in action in this particular race. Stefan Svensson red, Igor Yakovlev blue, Nikolai Nischenko white, and Helmut Weber in yellow and black. Nischenko, of course, on 20 points at the moment. Starting marshal calls them in. So Svensson, Yakovlev, Nischenko and Weber as we look across the tapes as they rise for heat number 31. Nischenko lifts and it's Yakovlev who gets to the first turn in front. Yakovlev just, but is Nischenko going to drive round him? He looks across to his fellow countryman. And we've got to say, could there be a bit of team spirit going on here? Nischenko drives to the front. Still Yakovlev in second place. But Nischenko clear of the pack down the back straight. Weber in third place over Stefan Svensson. But with 2 laps gone, it's going to be plain sailing for Nischenko. I would imagine that engine certainly sounds crisp and clear to me. Still it is Yakovlev in second place. Helmut Weber third. So Nischenko's doing the biz in this particular heat. As he comes down the back straight for the final time, he looks a cool, collective character. A long, tall, lean fellow, but he certainly looks neat and trim on that machine. He takes the checker flag, he wins. Second place is Igor Yakovlev. Third place in yellow and black is Helmut Weber, but 3 points to Nikolai Nischenko, which puts him on 23 points as he wins heat number 31. So heat number 32 and back onto the arena for Jampa, Jarmo Hirvasoja in white. Yuri Ivanov is in red, Antonin Klatovsky, the reserve, in blue, Jarmo Hirvasoja in white, and Robert Munnecom in yellow and black. And we have to say that Jarmo has got not an easy ride by any means with Yuri Ivanov in it, because he'll be doing his utmost to beat him, to help his fellow countrymen out. So watch for the rider in red and the rider in white, 2 reserves at the moment in to replace Bjorklund and Suchov. But the way they drive, and it is Hirvasoja, as one would expect, who gets to the first bend in front. So Hirvasoja in first place. We've got to say, we look down the programme to see when these two, Hirvasoja and Nischenko, meet, and it's 34, so certainly don't go and make a cup of tea just yet. But Hirvasoja now coming under pressure from Yuri Ivanov. He can't afford to make a mistake. Hirvasoja around the favourite outside line. Yuri Ivanov tucked in behind him, but it certainly hasn't been the old familiar Yuri Ivanov that we know of old. In third place, it's Antonin Klatovsky. But Jarmo Hirvasoja, that's the one all the eyes are on in first place. Still in second place is Yuri Ivanov with 1 more lap to go. Heat number 32 of this 1990 World Individual Ice Racing Championship. Pictures being brought exclusively by Screen Sport. The final 2 bends of this heat. And it's Jarmo Hirvasoja who comes up to take the checker flag. He wins. Second place is Yuri Ivanov. And Antonin Klatovsky back in third place. But Jarmo Hirvasoja, to the delight of the Finnish and Scandinavian crowd, gets the 3 points as he wins heat number 32. 2 to Yuri Ivanov and 1 to the reserve, Antonin Klatovsky. So there we see the leaderboard yet again, and it's very, very interesting, isn't it? 2 riders on 23, dicing for gold and silver, Jarmo Hirvasoja and Nikolai Nischenko, and they meet in heat 34. And then just look at the pack behind them. Per-Olof Serenius in Sweden on 18, and then 2 riders on 17, Sergey Ivanov and Michael Lang, Kazakov on 16. So heat 33, Kazakov red, Jonsson blue, Weber white, and Yuri Ivanov yellow-black. And away they drive, and it's Yuri Ivanov who drives into the first bend. Sorry, Sergei Kazakov, my mistake, who drives into the first bend. Ivanov is back in fourth place. It's Eskil Jonsson and Weber dicing for second and third. But good old Kazar, the old gold-toothed, wiry old Russian, who's in first place at the moment. Second place, Helmut Weber in white. Third place, Yuri Ivanov now come up to overtake Eskil Jonsson. The Kazakov, who's dicing in the pack for the bronze medal position, He's done everything before in ice racing. He knows what the score is. And at the moment, not under too much pressure from the rider in white, Helmut Weber, with one more lap to go in heat number 33. We're all getting ready for the clash of the giants in heat number 34. I'm sorry to have to say it's Sergei Kazakov, but we're all waiting, pen poised for the next heat. As he comes up, Weber mounting a late challenge, but not going to get there. It's Kazakov that wins. Helmut Weber in second place. Yuri Ivanov holding on to third place. But Kazakov from the Soviet Union in the red helmet colour, he's the winner of heat number 33. So the one we've all been waiting for, heat number 34. And there he is, it's Nikolai Nischenko with the pressure on him. And there he is as well, Jarmo Hirvasoja. What can you say? What is going through their minds at the moment? Away they drive from the start. Red is Michael Lang, Hirvasoja blue, Nischenko in white. They're the ones to watch. It's Michael Lang who gets the first bend in front. Hirvasoja second, and Nischenko is going to have to come from the back. Nischenko's in fourth place at the moment. He's overtaken Stanislav Dyk. He's got his sets sight on. Hirvasoja's in second place on Michael Lang. Hirvasoja now coming underneath Michael Lang. Nischenko rising down the back straight, but it's still Hirvasoja just from Nischenko, who drives underneath. Hirvasoja not quite got in on that bend. Hirvasoja on the outside. Nischenko now mounting the challenge. Hirvasoja comes through. Hirvasoja holding on just when Nischenko drives underneath him. Nischenko's there at the moment. Hirvasoja second, Michael Lang third. So Nischenko has come from the back. Nischenko, oh my word, Nischenko's down! Nischenko, the world champion, is down! The race has been stopped. Let's just have a look at what happens. He seemed to be in control of the situation, and all of a sudden he hits the ice, and away he's gone. Nikolai Nischenko is on his feet. He says, I'm all right. But surely, as we see the yellow light on for his exclusion, surely that means exclusion. And just look at the loyalty and the companionship. The man who has got everything going for him comes and picks up the man who sadly sees his World Championship hopes disappear with a fall in heat number 34. Jarmo Hirvasoja in blue taking back Nikolai Nischenko to the pits. He knows that the pressure is slightly off of him as he takes Nischenko back to the pits after falling and being excluded in heat 34. Nischenko shakes his head as he goes back into the pits. He must have hit just a little bit of loose ice, but he's spun round exactly as what he did in heat number 36 in that final in Almaty, you may recall, when the world final was his for the taking. And just what must be going through his mind at the moment, seeing his world final chances disappear. Nikolai Nischenko, who was the winner in Almaty, just spins round, telling Bayer just exactly what happened. So the restart of heat number 34 with 3 riders only. Michael Lang red, Jarmo Hirvasoja blue, and Stanislav Dyk in white. No rider in yellow-black, Nischenko being excluded. The restart of heat number 34. A drive from the start, and Michael Lang it is who gets the first turn in first place. Hirvasoja second, Stanislav Dyk third. Michael Lang, who dropped a point last time out, but is in the pack for the bronze medal position. Lang in red, Hirvasoja blue, which is a bit of a surprise with one lap gone. We don't know what effects the compromise has got on Jarmo Hirvasoja. He's his favourite competitor, the most fearful Nischenko fall in the first stage of this event, but he's now coming up to put a challenge on Michael Lang with 2 laps gone. Lang in red, Hirvasoja in blue. No, Hirvasoja comes driving to the front. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland comes through with 1 more lap to go. Michael Lang now in second place and Stanislav Dyk third. So Jarmo Hirvasoja has got just to hold on to collect the 3 points. As he takes the checkered flag, it's Jarmo Hirvasoja who wins. Second place Michael Lang, third place Stanislav Dyk. So 3 points to Jarmo Hirvasoja means he's now on 26. He shakes the hands of Michael Lang after coming from the back. Jarmo Hirvasoja is in the sight of his first ever World Championship as he wins heat number 34. Heat 35, Per-Olof Serenius red, Stefan Svensson blue, Robert Munnecom in white, and Bronislav Franc in yellow and black. So 2 riders sights set on some of the minor places. Definitely Serenius is looking for possibly silver now with that 4 to Nischenko. He can still get silver point, but no doubt he would be looking for the bronze medal position. He goes into gate number 1 in red, Svensson in blue, gate 2, Munnecom white to gate 3, and Bronislav Franc on the outside in gate 4, heat number 35. Sergeant Marshal now happy, the green light goes on, and away they drive from the start. And it is Serenius there in first place, just from Stefan Svensson. Svensson holding on to second place at the moment from Bronislav Franc. Franc now cutting up underneath Stefan Svensson, but there's no doubt about the man in front, that's Per-Olof Serenius. Franc now come underneath Bronislav Franc. Sorry, come underneath Stefan Svensson for second place. So the first place is Serenius, second place Franc, third place Stefan Svensson, and then Robert Munnecom bringing up the rear. So good old Per-Olof Serenius on 21 points. This would give him 24 if he can hold on, and he's certainly not finished yet. Serenius down the back straight for the final time. Per-Olof Serenius, Mr. Ice Racing himself. Here he comes up. Round the 2 turns, and it's going to be race to the line, but there's no doubt the Poser's got the edge. Poser wins. Second place is Bronislav Franc, and in third place is Stefan Svensson. So Poser there with a good win, 3 more points as he waves to the crowd. 2 points for Bronislav Franc, and 1 to Stefan Svensson, back in third place. So heat 36, Igor Yakovlev red, Sergey Ivanov blue, Klatovsky white, and Harald Baumann in yellow and black. That's the start of heat number 36, and away they drive. And the first one to show is Sergey Ivanov from the Soviet Union in the blue helmet colour. Igor Yakovlev tucked in second place in the red, and Tony Klatovsky in white. And Harald Baumann in fourth place, who's been very disappointing here in Gothenburg. We would have expected perhaps a little bit more life from Harald Baumann. But it is Sergey Ivanov who's in the pack, you may recall, for the bronze medal. Igor Yakovlev still in second place, and Klovo himself in the white helmet colour in third place at the moment. Sergey Ivanov in blue, looking very, very composed in first place. Yakovlev in second, he's got his work cut out to keep Klatovsky in third, but surely Ivanov is set for 3 more points in heat number 36. Sergey Ivanov, who of course beat Hirvasoja on day 1. He comes up to take the checker flag. It's Sergey Ivanov that wins. Second place is Igor Yakovlev. Third place is Tony Klatovsky. But there in the blue helmet colour, Sergey Ivanov, he's the winner of heat number 36. He collects the 3 points, 2 to Yakovlev and 1 to Tony Klatovsky. So there we see now the board, and it's changed dramatically with Nischenko's 4. Hirvasoja now the leader on 26 points. Nikolai Nischenko in second place on 23. Serenius in third place on 21. 4, Sergey Ivanov 20. 2 on 19, Michael Lang and Sergei Kazakov, and Igor Yakovlev on 16. So it's Jarmo Hirvasoja, in my calculators, who needs 1 point from his final outing to be world champion. Join us after the break. To the Rudalen Stadium for the climax to this 1990 World Individual Ice Racing Championship. And the 4 final races: Bronislav Franc red, Helmut Weber blue, Stanislav Dyk white, and Robert Munnecom yellow and black for heat number 37. And straight away it is Bronislav Franc and Robert Munnecom, which is a bit of a surprise, in yellow and black, dicing for the lead. Stanislav Dyk is in white at the moment. So Bronislav Franc, who really has had a good season on the ice, is destined to try and end this championship with 3 more points. Oh my word, he's down, he goes, and is hit by Helmut Weber. Bronislav Franc seemed to be in control, but then hit some rough ice, and over he goes and was hit by Helmut Weber. And he's just looking a little bit of discomfort. Helmut Weber is hobbling, but then he usually does this good old helmet. But Bronislav Franc, he really did take a nasty tumble. Let's have another look at that one and see exactly what happened from the other camera position. In control there, then all of a sudden, it's a patch of bad ice and spins and loops, and over the top he goes. But just look at Helmut Weber ploughing to the machine, and both riders thankfully hit the protective straw bales, which no doubt caught the impact of the fall. So there we are, Bronislav Franc. You've got no reason to be sad. You've had a great championship, and you can look back on 1990 with some satisfaction. So the restart off heat number 37. 3 riders only. Bronislav Franc in red being excluded. Helmut Weber blue, Stanislav Dyk white, and Robert Munnecom is in yellow and black. The restart of heat number 37. Away they drive from the start. The first one shows Robert Munnecom round the outside. Robert Munnecom, the reserve from the Netherlands, drives round the outside and Stan the man. Back in third place is Helmut Weber in blue. When Robert Munnecom said if he got a chance beforehand he was going to mix it, but we didn't expect quite like this. Munnecom still in first place, Stanislav Dyk second, Helmut Weber third. And all of a sudden Stan the man coming through to first place from Robert Munnecom. He bided his time and he's through to first place, 2 laps gone. Then Munnecom having to be content with trying to hold out Helmut Weber, who's beginning to see his rear mudguard and put a bit of pressure on the young Netherlands rider. Stanislav Dyk ending up with 3 points if he can stay out of trouble for one more lap. And considering he's got 16 stitches in that left foot and a broken rib, he's done exceedingly well, is Stanislav Dyk. Now all of a sudden Weber drives underneath Robert Munnecom, the early pace leader. But coming out to check flag is Stanislav Dyk who wins, Helmut Weber in second place, and Robert Munnecom back in third. So Stanislav Dyk, the Wario check, has ended this world final with 3 points. 2 to Helmut Weber and 1 to the reserve, Robert Munnecom. So heat number 38, the riders being pushed away from the pits. Yuri Ivanov is in red, Igor Yakovlev blue, Michael Lang in white, and Per-Olof Serenius is in yellow and black. So 1 or 2 questions to be answered in this particular heat. Well, there we see the old flags being waved from the fans from Sweden, hoping desperately to get Serenius onto the rostrum. Certainly would be great if there was 2 Scandinavians on the rostrum in 1990. So Serenius is going into gate number 4 in the yellow and black helmet colour. Michael Lang will be the biggest threat in white, I would believe, and Yakovlev too. He's a wiry old character, and there's the Finnish crowd waiting desperately for heat number 39 to see if they can cheer home a Finnish world champion. But this is heat number 38, and away they drive from the start. And the first to show is Yakovlev and Michael Lang and Yuri Ivanov, who drives under the pack. Yuri Ivanov, no doubt, trying to help out his brother Sergey, who's there amongst that pack for the bronze medal position. So Yuri Ivanov is going to come good his latest heat number 38 and spoil the party for the Swedish crowd. Yuri Ivanov in first place, Serenius second, and Yakovlev third, and Lang, which is a bit of a surprise, back in fourth place. But Michael Lang, we can say thank you, who's certainly done some tremendous ice racing in 1990. But it's still Yuri Ivanov. Can Serenius mount a challenge on him? He's certainly a long way behind at the moment. It was a good gate by Yuri Ivanov, and he certainly drove under the pack on the first and second turn. 1 more lap to go in what is going to be described as a good race for the Russians. Yuri Ivanov it is who wins. Second place, to the sheer misery of the Swedish crowd, is Per-Olof Serenius. In third place is Igor Yakovlev. But Yuri Ivanov in the red helmet colour says, "I'm certainly not finished yet, don't write me off," as he wins heat 38. Well, there we see the man with a lot of thoughts going through his mind at the moment. In white is Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland. Just to recap, he needs just 1 point from heat number 39 to be crowned world champion. Just 1 point. He's got to finish in third place. The opposition are Stefan Svensson in red, Eskil Jonsson blue, and Sergey Ivanov in yellow and black. So what surely must be going through his mind? He's done it all. He's been in 6 world finals. His highest position was second in 1985 in Assen in Holland, when he finished on 26 points. And now he's in sight of the coveted world title. So here we go for the start of heat number 39, when all could be decided. As the tapes rise and away they drive from the start. And the first one to show is indeed the rider in red and yellow and black. Yellow and black it is, Sergey Ivanov, who drives down the back straight. Stefan Svensson in second, Jarmo Hirvasoja third, Eskil Jonsson fourth. And Hirvasoja now overtakes Jonsson, so he's in third place. And that's all he needs to be world champion. Sergey Ivanov is still, if he can win this one, we'll have a run-off for the bronze medal position with Serenius. But all eyes are on the man in white. Stefan Svensson still in second place, but Jarmo Hirvasoja is holding on to third place, and that's all he needs to be world champion. Ivanov first, Svensson second, Hirvasoja third. So at the end of a long, hard season of ice racing, are we looking now at a world champion, a new world champion of ice racing? The crowd beginning to get to their feet. They've not got much longer to wait. Is Ivanov in first place? The flag is poised and Hirvasoja has done it. Hirvasoja waves to the crowd. Ivanov wins. Svensson is second, but just look at the delight on that rider in white. Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland is the world champion, and you certainly can't do better than that. The 36-year-old from Oulu in Finland, in his 6th world final, has done it. He's done the biz. He's the world champion of ice racing in 1990, and you certainly can't do better than that. Jarmo Hirvasoja, who really was one of the dark horses, but we didn't put him in the top pack. Just look at the delight on his face. He's coming out to be greeted by the mechanics and all the people who have travelled from Finland to represent the Finnish authorities. Off comes his goggles, out comes Mikael, his mechanic, the Kelly Moran look-alike with the long hair. Just look at the delight, and who can blame him? He's waited a long time for this moment. Veo Toranimi, who's built a lot of ice racing machines, is out there as well. But all delight is for the world champion, Jarmo Hirvasoja. So what would be the final race of 1990, but we do have a run-off to show you. There's heat number 40, Nikolai Nischenko coming out in red, Harald Baumann blue, Antonin Klatovsky, a reserve ride in place of Suchov in white, and Sergei Kazakov in yellow and black. So Nischenko needs just 1 point to be assured of second place in heat number 40. Sort of an anti-climax now, of course, after the world champion being crowned in 39, but still all to ride for Nischenko. No doubt the message has come through from the Kremlin, from Gorbachev. Come on, my boy, we want second place here. Nischenko in red, Kazakov in yellow, and Klatovsky in white. Klatovsky come underneath Sergei Kazakov, which is a bit of a surprise. Now all of a sudden Klatovsky overtakes Nischenko. Klobo himself from Czechoslovakia is overtaken the former world champion Kazakov, now the deprived world champion Nischenko. And really it is speechless, the crowd, but just bear in mind that Nischenko only needs 1 point to be assured of second place here in Gothenburg. Klatovsky in first place, Nischenko second, Kazakov back in third, and Baumann a long, long way in fourth place. Klatovsky just can't believe it. He keeps looking over his shoulder and says, are we really going? But you are, Klobo. You've won the race. Klatovsky in white wins heat 40. Second place with a race to the line is Sergei Kazakov. And a long way back in third place, but that's all he needed, was Nikolai Nischenko to be assured of the silver medal here in Gothenburg. But Klatovsky is delighted with life, and who can blame him? So we have a run-off for third place. An extra race for the added viewers of Screen Sport. Sergey Ivanov is in red, and Per-Olof Serenius is in second place, both riders tying on 23 points for the bronze medal. So the run-off for third place here in Gothenburg, and away they drive from the start. And it is Serenius first to show. Serenius from Sergey Ivanov in second place. Now can Serenius make it to Scandinavians on the rostrum? Sergey Ivanov will have something to say about it, but Serenius is in pole position with 1 lap gone. Serenius first. Sergey Ivanov second. Surely it'll be a great atmosphere here in the Rudalen Stadium in Gothenburg. Oh my word, but Serenius makes a mistake, but through comes Sergey Ivanov. Well, Serenius made just one mistake, and Sergey Ivanov was through like greased lightning. Sergey Ivanov it is. Serenius trying to mount up ground, but I think you've made a mistake unless you do something very, very special with 1 lap to go. Can he do it? The crowd willing him on. All the Swedish crowd cheering, come on, Serenius, come on, poser, do the biz. Round the final 2 bends, I think it all calls his lost. As Sergey Ivanov comes up to take the checker flag, Ivanov wins, and Serenius is in 2nd place. So it's Sergey Ivanov who gets the 3rd bronze medal, and Serenius has to be content with 4th place. So there we are, Nikolai Nischenko, obviously sad to relinquish your crown, but what's the feeling having received the silver medal here in Gothenburg? So there we are, a delighted Jarmo Hirvasoja from Finland, who is in pole position on 27 points. And the Finnish crowd and the Finnish people have waited a long, long time for this. Nikolai Nischenko in 2nd place on 24, Sergey Ivanov in 3rd place on 23. We do hope you've enjoyed the coverage of ice racing here on Screen Sport. A fabulous season of entertainment, and crowned by this magical moment in Gothenburg, where Jarmo Hirvasoja takes on the world and beats him to become world champion. So on behalf of the producer Tommy Randers and the whole of the Screen Sport team, this is Clive Fisher saying goodbye from Gothenburg.
Coming up later tonight, you need...